Wow, 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 wow. Hi, everybody. We're back. Yeah, I kind of ended up skipping out in the entire week purely because I was part way just in this weird space where I wanted to stream, but I was very much lacking my usual energy that I would have, and I just didn't really want to. It's one of those weird things, you know? You want to do something, but you don't quite have the normal energy you'd like to have for doing said thing, yada, yada, yada. So I just chose to relax for a week and let myself reset before kicking back into this normally again. So yeah, how's everybody going? It's been a week. We're kicking right back into Lost Judgment. There's not much more to it than that. I don't know if I can make it visible. I can. That being there in the background now doesn't mean anything at all. Anyway, we're gonna get into Lost Judgment. The Gauntlet. Double Jeopardy. Oh boy, here we go again. What chapter are we on? I should have read that before I actually went in. We're on chapter 5. Okay. And we're going to Gender's law office. Yo, let's go. What? Let Windows and apps access your locations. No. I don't know why Windows Edge wants to use GPS in any capacity currently. It can piss off. Dong, dong. Do 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 do.
Let's go. Here we go.
Boom, boom. There we go.
And stay down.
And stay down. We continue story.
Oh, perfect timing, Yagami-san.
Uh-huh.
And here I was about to go without you. Are you ready to visit Mamiya-san?
Time to head to the home of Arihara's victim who doesn't know we're dropping by.
Well, the best we can hope for is that she'll hear us out.
This is going to be interesting.
Remember, we're speaking to a victim here, Yagami-san. One whose assailant we defended in court. If we had tried to make an appointment, she probably would have declined outright.
Not sure showing up unannounced is much better. So let's just hope she's willing to talk.
Yeah.
Yes, there's no way around it. It's a risk we had to take.
Well, here goes nothing.
Yes?
I'm Shirasaki from the Genda Law Office, the attorney for Mr. Akihiro Ehara. You may remember me from the hearings.
Why are you here? Don't you know it's rude to show up at someone's door uninvited?
I understand, but we have a pressing matter that directly concerns you. If we could do this another way, we would. I apologize for any inconvenience.
I'm sorry, but the trial's over and done with. You know I can legally turn you away.
You're right, but I'm only asking a moment of your time. Please, would you mind?
Can you whip out massage approach for this? So we're really out of luck here.
I don't have time for this. I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Wait, before you do that. Sorry to butt in. I'm Yagami, a detective helping Saori here out.
And?
Can't this be the end? I need to talk her into open the door somehow.
Are you aware of the trending video that's leading people to believe Ehara committed murder? Thing is, the victim was confirmed to be alive in Yokohama until the morning of your own incident. And since Ehara was on the train with you, they're ruling him out as a murder suspect.
So, what is it you're getting at?
I'm just trying to ensure you're in the clear from any of that unfortunate business. If we could do this now, we'd never bother you again. All we need is 10 minutes of your time.
How absurd.
We're only trying to help, but if later would work better for you, we could always come back another time. With our supervisor, of course. That visit would probably be more formal. There'd be paperwork, audio tapes, you know the drill. You'll want to clear your schedule.
I really don't have time for any of that.
No, I understand, and it's entirely our fault. We thought we'd do this casually, but we really should have been more by the book. But it is a murder case, so we do have to make sure our paperwork is in order here. Now, would you prefer to schedule a date to accommodate a more formal interview?
You said 10 minutes if we do it now, right?
We'll make it as painless as possible.
All right. Hold on.
We really do appreciate it.
Well, I'm impressed. I'm also not sure I should trust a word you say ever again.
Really? I did get us in the door, didn't I?
I'm joking. I do appreciate the help. Now let's not screw this up. This is likely the only conversation we'll have with Mamiya-san.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi. Again, we apologize for the intrusion.
Let's just get this over with already.
Ah, man. Talking to the victim.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We'll make this quick.
We could use a conversation opener with Maya for you. Let's take a quick look around for something useful.
Hey. Suspicious. Uh-huh. Hey. What the?
Okay, let's see how this goes.
So, Doc, I've already told the police and the court everything they could want to know about that morning.
I'm sorry to put you through this again, but would you mind going over those details with us?
What else is left to discuss?
I understand how pressured you might feel.
I've gone over this so many times. I wonder if pressing charges was even worth it.
No, what you did was both brave and inspirational. Many victims are afraid to come forward for any number of reasons. Your voice might give them courage to find their own.
Ironic, hearing this from that predator's defense team.
Well, perhaps.
Would you mind walking us through that day from the beginning?
It's nothing so mysterious. I was just on my way to work when some man grabbed my butt. That's all it was.
Nothing else was out of the ordinary that day?
Correct.
Not to pry, but where is your husband today?
Still at work? He usually doesn't get home until later. On that note, I have to feed my son, so let's get this wrapped up soon.
We'll try our best to. Moving along. On that day, you and Ahara-san boarded the train bound for Ikebukuro, correct? Had you ever seen the man before then?
No. At least not that I can recall. How many times must I go over this? Your lawyer friend here already knows everything I have to say. What do you gain by getting me to repeat things?
That's the thing. Yagami-san here is a specialist. He can take whatever you repeat, analyze it, and draw up an entirely new conclusion. Right?
Of course. That's exactly why I'm here.
Great, now the pressure's really on. Seems to be a recurring thing lately.
In the security footage as you stepped onto the train, it looks like Ahara-san stepped right behind you. Were you aware of his presence at this point?
I was. It felt like someone kept pushing up against me with no sense of personal boundaries. I remember second-guessing myself at the time, thinking it was normal for the train to be that packed.
Then the train took off while you were stuck in that situation.
Yes. And then I felt the back of his hand against me. It kept getting worse from there, to the point where he went under my skirt. And the pig had the nerve to write it off as an accidental brush on a crowded train. But that kind of touch wasn't accidental. He even grabbed at me.
Truly awful. And I do sympathize. I've also had to turn in an abuser like that. Personally speaking, Some men can't wait to debase themselves at the first opportunity.
Why would you say that and look at me?
I just stood there, frozen. I couldn't see who was touching me. I had no idea what to do. I wanted to scream. But what if he just played it off? So I decided I would bear it till the next station.
Are you okay, Mommy?
I'm fine, sweetie. We're just having a bit of grown-up talk. Are you hungry?
Uh-huh.
Then go read your book and wait over there for Mommy. We're almost done.
It's going to be ending soon no matter what. I should keep my questions brief. Up to now, I haven't heard any contradictions between Mayuma's account to security footage.
You said the abuse lasted the entire 6 minutes between Ikebukuro and Shinjuku Station. Did you see the groper's face at any time during that span?
No. I was too terrified to look. And I thought, even if I did, he'd just pull away and escape. But just as the train was pulling into Shinjuku, I reached back and grabbed the hand on me. That's when I saw his face. Of course, he shook me off as the doors opened, but I'd already gotten a clear look at him. He must have known I could turn him in at that point. So he ran, and I chased after.
Right. That was captured by the station's security cameras.
Great job tailing him in such a crowded space. On that note, did you ever happen to lose sight of Ahara-san while running?
His cat was pretty easy to spot, and no one else was bolting off the platform like that, so I never lost sight of him. At that point, I could feel my voice returning, so I just screamed, "That man grabbed me!"
I'm glad there were good Samaritans nearby.
For sure. And there were a lot of smartphones out, so I figured there was no way for him to get away with it. I was so relieved.
I see. I think I've got the gist of it. But now we've got a piece of evidence that contradicts what you've told us.
What do you mean?
Testimony from the trial is one thing that it contradicts. Oh. Huh? What would be the contradicting evidence? I don't know. I'm confused. Like, because that makes sense. This is the one that I'm questioning because it's just his card that went through. Yes, it was cameras confirmed that he was basically there at that same time, but I don't know. Please be there looking. Yo. I'll share this. I think. Maybe. Maybe? Because there is a gap in the cameras. It's the only one that really
Despite
makes
what
some
we just
sense.
went over, wouldn't you say this contradicts your account of the incident?
I'm not sure what you mean. Did I
I don't
say
know how
something
this
odd?
contradicts.
No, Yagami-san is currently the odd one here.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, that wasn't what I had in mind at all. If you'll allow me to rephrase.
This one, even though we know that this
Well,
could be fake.
On the same day, at 6:30 a.m. in Yokohama, a student teacher named Hiro Mikoshiba was sent off to work by his mother. But he was soon abducted near his home, only to be found dead much later in Ijincho.
Is that...
According to the video, Ihara-san here is the murderer.
what?
He killed Mikoshiba in cold blood to get vengeance
Okay, so that
on
is
his
the right
bullied
one.
son.
I should have just gone with it.
His kid was about to graduate high school, but instead, he took his own life. So Ihara took it upon himself to punish his son's tormentor.
That's awful.
But now we come back to the issue here. If this footage is authentic, then Ihara-san couldn't have been your assailant. The victim's estimated time of death and Ihara-san's time of arrival in Tokyo simply don't allow for it. It's just not possible for someone to make that commute. But there's the flip side. If Ihara-san was in fact your assailant, it would mean this murder footage is a fabrication.
I don't know what you expect me to say after all this.
Right? Now you know how we're feeling. That's why we came to see if you had any leads for us.
So that's what this is about.
After hearing your story, I have no doubt you endured a lot that day. Which would obviously mean that murder video was faked.
Then, who shared that video? And why?
Wish I knew. Based on the quality, something this convincing would need quite a budget. Whether it's CG on top of real murder footage, or just a rock-solid AI creation, no way it was cheap. So why go through all this effort to fake a murder? Who would benefit from it? But I have to say, I feel much closer to piecing this puzzle together with your help today. Thank you very much for your time.
Yes, and rest assured, this will be the last time you see us. Our apologies for the unexpected visit. And for dredging up unpleasant memories.
It's fine. So long as this is really the end of it all.
Huh.
I'd like to report Mamiya-san's account to the rest of the team. Can I count on you to be there?
Sure. Let me give Kaito-san a heads up.
All right, then I'll see you there.
Yo, me.
Hey, I just got back to Kamurocho. Everything good? Any news?
All good here, man. What's with you? You worried Arcade got to me or something?
I mean, they did run their mouths about stabbing us in the back. But if you're good, I'm good. Anyway, I'm heading to Genda so Sari-san and I can go over what we learned from Mamiya.
You're the boss. As for me, I'm calling it a day.
You do that.
Boom, 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 boom.
Are we ready, Yagami-san? Let's start with our visit to Mamiya-san, if that sounds reasonable to you.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's start there.
What decisions I'm gonna have to make this time around?
So, the victim's story is completely in line with her court testimony, huh?
That's correct. There wasn't anything new to pick up.
Unfortunately.
In which case, should we look into the murder video instead? Like, figure out how they made it?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Whether that tape's fake or real, someone had to put it online, right? Do we have any theories on who that might be?
Well, the footage showed enough of the surroundings to make the crime scene clear. As somebody who's been there, I can confirm that the blood splotches match what you see in the footage. Which means... the murderer's accomplices have to be the ones who posted it for him.
Yeah, I can't see it any other way.
I also agree with Yagami-san.
But in that case, what would their motive be?
Confusion.
Maybe they wanted to make a mockery of the police, or even the whole system.
Huh?
We know Ihara got himself convicted for groping, so he'd have an alibi for Mikoshiba's killing. But then, his conspirators turned it around by uploading the murder video online. Almost as if to say, look how he got away with it.
I see. Yeah, that does make it sound like he's taunting them.
That's well and good, but I'd like to shift gears. Let's talk about the actual fabrication of the video. How does one go about that?
Well, for example, the true culprit would be taped murdering Mikoshiba. Then Ihara's face would be copied and blended onto the killers. That's how they'd approach it in a Hollywood movie.
But then, wouldn't you be able to see traces of it being
Yes
fake?
and no.
Tsukumo-san reported that he's found nothing of the sort in his analysis.
We've been down this road before. If we take the stance that the footage is fabricated, we have absolutely nothing to work with.
Then let's tackle this from the stance that the video's actually real. If that's the case, there has to be a flaw in the groping issue. I think we've collected enough evidence to find it too.
So, what does this do for us?
Once Ihara entered the Ikebukuro gates at 7:43 a.m. and stepped onto the platform, he was continuously monitored on camera. But if he really killed Mikoshiba at 7:30 like we saw, there's no way he could have reached Ikebukuro in time. That would mean the person in the footage isn't Ihara, but an impersonator.
So that's not really him?
Yeah, he's got the sunglasses and hat to help sell the disguise.
Wait, if that's the case, after murdering Mikoshiba, wouldn't Ihara have to swap places with the stand-ins sometime before being detained? But we didn't see any opportunity for that. Multiple cameras saw Ihara move right up to Mamiya-san as they board the train in Ikebukuro. And the onboard camera recorded them for the entire commute. Not only was the act caught on tape, but his failed escape from the scene was recorded as well.
It'd be something to do with the hour that he was there on his own accord.
Ultimately, Ihara was pinned down before leaving Mamiya-san's sight, so she had an eye on him the whole time.
Right. So the current belief is that Ihara was caught on camera the entire time he was at the station.
But wait, that's not entirely accurate, is it?
Huh?
Proof is that.
Remember how we mocked up a diagram of the Shinjuku station platform?
Yeah. Oh, wait! That's it! You could be onto something. There's a point where Ihara wasn't on camera at all.
What is this point you speak of?
Let's all go over the diagram so that everything will be clear. Here's what I want you to see. Hey. It's very brief, but there's a moment where Ihara and Mamiya-san can't be seen by the security cameras. The dotted lines on the arrow represent the camera's blind spot.
It does appear so. So you're saying this is where the groper, the fake Ihara, traded places with the real one?
Can't say it's impossible, right?
Right. Except if that actually happened, Mamiya-san would have been right behind them at the time. Could the two really swap places without her noticing?
In a crowd like that, I think it's feasible.
If that really was Ihara's plan, then I'd say he was being careless.
Careless? How?
Well, on the day of the incident, the station was packed for morning rush hour. That means there was no solid guarantee the assailant could make the switch. He could have been nailed by any random passerby before reaching the blind spot.
Good point. Not only that, if Mamiya-san had called for help while the train was still moving, then the first Ihara would have been caught before even reaching the platform.
Oh, I mean, yeah! Called it.
Think about it, Yagami-san. Why would Ihara's accomplices meticulously plan out every last detail of this alibi, only to leave such a crucial component to chance, as Hoshino-kun pointed out?
Oh, just doing my job.
True. Good work, Hoshino-kun. In fact, I think that may back up my own take on it.
Yeah?
What if everything, including the appearance of leaving the plan to chance, was part of the plan?
Can you expound on that?
I'm saying I agree that such an airtight alibi wouldn't have allowed for contingencies. And that takes the question to another level. Just how far did they line up the pieces in advance to make the swap work?
Are you saying there's more to it than we discussed? What did we miss?
If everything was in it, was including the train gravity. I think there's only two things here. It's either she was colluding with Ihara, which is crazy to claim, or real murder took place in Kamutro. No, that wouldn't work. It'd have to be one of these two. Let's go this one first.
Every last bit of footage from the eyewitness, if that's because the real footage of Ihara tagging in,
Why would the prosecution go?
or maybe they simply.
You're saying his court.
All right,
Was that all?
No, hang on. Ihara secured his alibi for the murder for them to be able to.
Right.
I hate this one.
I know this won't go over well, but what if Mamiya was colluding with Ihara all along?
Huh?
Bear with me. Let's say Mamiya was in on this and knew about the imposter in advance. If that's the case, the swap could happen right in front of her and no one but the three of them would know.
You're saying the victim of a groping conspired with her assailant beforehand? That's ridiculous.
I'm not suggesting I'm fond of it, but I have to consider the possibility of my ammo playing a part in the conspiracy.
Let me just say, I'm only trying to work out how a swap like that would be guaranteed to work. Now, if Ihara and his stand-in both know that Mamiya will pretend not to have seen them, they can trade places in the blind spot with impunity. Conversely, if Mamiya wasn't in on the plan, the idea of a swap would never work. We can say with certainty that she would have seen the swap, so... She could have even called attention to the real Ihara the moment he stepped in. That way, the people around her would be focused on chasing the correct assailant. The rest is as we know it. They caught Ihara and detained him until the police showed up.
Hold that thought. If your theory is accurate, what about Ihara's trace evidence? Remember that fibers of the victim's underwear were detected on his hand.
Well, that can also be explained by Mamiya being in on the plan. For example, while the stand-in was showing himself at the security cameras, Mamiya could have easily provided Ihara access to a pair of underwear at the same time. Maybe the stand-in loitered around for so long because he was letting everyone else get themselves in place.
It's not impossible.
We can work out the other details later. But the point is, Ihara's murder alibi is shot if Mamiya was involved. In summary, it's possible Ihara disgraced himself to secure an unshakable alibi for Mikushiba's murder.
I'll concede that it's an avenue worth pursuing.
And when it comes to the prosecution, they can't just admit they got the first case so wrong. Plus, they can't question Ihara about Mikushiba's murder. In fact, their only option is to claim the tape was faked.
So he managed to make a farce out of the system after all.
Well, his court case for his son's bullying did get more or less thrown out, didn't it? The school, the investigative committee, and the court all agreed there wasn't enough evidence to convict anyone. No surprise for me that the guy held a grudge against the system for so long.
Hold on. Before we all decide on this,
What's up?
the obvious question to me is why would Mamiya be party to such a crime? She appears more than financially stable, and she's even raising a child. So why would she do something so enormously risky as helping establish a murder alibi?
Yeah, I haven't gotten that far yet. But maybe she was promised something that far exceeds the risk. Or maybe Ihara has some kind of dirt on her even?
Enough to make her help with a murder? What sort of secret would be big enough to force someone into that corner?
53-year-old patrolman and a married officer worker and mother. The only connection between them is the train station itself.
What info do we have on Mamiya anyway? Maybe we can spot a connection to Ahara through her profile.
I'll pull her information. Just a second.
Oh, I just thought of something else those two would have guaranteed by working together.
What's that?
If Ahara wanted to use this crime as a murder alibi, he needed it to blow up into the public eye. But if he had chosen a victim who stayed silent, then nothing would have come of it.
Oh.
A solid plan would need to eliminate that variable, which means Mamiya being an accomplice was crucial to Ahara's success.
That's true.
Looks like Ahara pulled one over on the prosecution then. Had his accomplices right where he wanted them, even his victim. Once we learn how he's connected to Mamiya, we can root out the rest of his team.
Let's see. According to her file, her maiden name is Yui Suzuki. 30 years old, so that's consistent.
Uh-huh.
Originally from Ota, Tokyo. Attended a private high school called Kurakawa Academy. Later graduated from Toto University.
Huh.
Met her husband on the job, apparently. Her husband, Taichi Mamiya, is an industrial designer at Techno Zeta Inc. 6 years ago, she gave birth to their only son, Sota-kun, who's now in first grade.
Hold on. You said she went to Kurakawa Academy? I heard that name in Ijincho. If I recall correctly... When I went to scope out the murder scene, there were these 3 guys watching the detectives and me. They told us they were just checking things out, but they mentioned they're Kurakawa grads too.
You have any ID on you?
Will my license work?
Oh.
Kake-san, age 30.
Akaike-san, age 30. Mommy is 30 as well.
What's that got to do with anything? Aren't we trying to find a connection between Mamiya and Ahara?
I found the Kurakawa Academy website. Looks like they're pretty prestigious. It's in Tokyo, specifically in Ota. Pretty close to where Mamiya lived. Oh,
What?
the girls there get such cute
Oh,
uniforms.
for fuck's sakes, man.
You little... You want to start all over from the bar exam?
Wait, I've seen that uniform before too, actually.
Where?
On an old picture of a teacher at Seiryo High, Sawa-sensei. Ahara's son had confided in her. Is she actually a Kurakawa grad too? I don't know Sawa-sensei's exact age, but she could well be 30. Maybe all of them were even classmates.
Could this mean they're actually linked? The victim and her up-to-now unrelated assailant?
It's a tenuous link at best. Could fall apart any time. But no true detective alive would pass it up.
No way they would Wow. That just seems insane to me, but...
A previously unseen link is established between the groper and the victim. Charting out their relationship is akin to tracing a spider's web. But with each false thread ruled out, only the improbable truth remains. Ehara orchestrated the groping as a diversion, and by tarnishing his name, he secures both an alibi and his ultimate revenge.
That just seems crazy. Converging heat. Hey, the cat's walking on a vent. Like, shit's wild.
Hiro Mikashiba's murder was sparked by the bullying of Toshiro Ehara, who committed suicide 4 years ago. The graphic video that hit the net showed the world how Toshiro's father, Akihiro Ihara, had brutally avenged his son. We also know the father had accomplices. On October 7th at 6:30 a.m., they forced Mikoshiba into a vehicle, took him to an abandoned building, and gravely injured him. Then, around 7:30 a.m., the time frame when Ihara killed Mikoshiba, the other conspirators were probably nearby, even though they weren't on camera.
At the same time, 30 kilometers away at Ikebukuro Station, a man who looks like Ihara is caught on camera. We'll call that guy the stand-in. The stand-in made sure he was in front of the cameras for more than an hour before boarding the 9:06 a.m. train, the same one Yui Mamiya was on. After committing sexual battery on that train, he meets the real Ihara in the camera's blind spot, and they change places. That's how he established a false alibi for Mikoshiba's murder. And to achieve this, the victim, Yui Mamiya, had to have been in on it from the start.
Sure are a lot of people getting their hands dirty for Ihara. Mamiya, Ihara stand-in on the train, the guys who kidnapped Mikoshiba. How did some troubled cop manage to recruit so many allies?
Well, one person that comes to mind who might be the key to all this is Yoko Sawa. She's a teacher at Seiryo High. She was the only adult Toshiro-kun ever told about the bullying, and she supervised Mikoshiba as a teacher before he disappeared. On top of that, she's a Kurokawa Academy graduate, same as Mamiya. Those trespassers at the murder scene were also from Kurokawa. Since they're all about the same age, it's possible they were all classmates.
So you're saying these classmates are also Ihara's murder accomplices?
If we consider Yoko Sawa the central link, that's very possible. We do know that as a teacher, she felt deep remorse for Toshiro-kun's suicide. Maybe she recruited her old classmates to help Ihara take his revenge.
Yeah, best not to rule that out. Though I'm hoping that's not the case.
Why's that?
It's just, she's a really good teacher. She's passionate, responsible. She's always putting the students first. I know she regrets the past, that a student died on her watch. And now another of her students, Mikoshiba, is found murdered. So if it turns out she's involved in that, I doubt I'll be able to trust my own judge of character ever again.
Yagami.
I'm going back to Ijincho tomorrow. The plan is to bring up Mamiya's name to Sawa-sensei and see how she reacts. Until then, let's not jump to conclusions about her involvement.
Man.
All right.
Jeez.
Can I chime in real quick? I was looking into Kurokawa Academy and I stumbled across something that may be relevant.
What's that?
Well, it happened 13 years ago, but there was an attempted suicide. A third year jumped off the school's roof after being thoroughly humiliated.
From 13 years ago, didn't Sawa-sensei mention that too? Students live but remains in a coma to this day.
Actually, Sawa-sensei mentioned that. She said it was a boy in her class.
Right, that's gotta be the same case then. The student's name was Mitsuru Kusamoto. He's 30 now, but still in a coma.
Huh, and all that info's on the net?
It wouldn't be normally, but his mother happens to be Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health. Ever heard the name Reiko Kusamoto?
Hey, the
Not
Ministry of
once.
Health's getting involved again.
I have. It was on the news. They were talking about her and her son.
Well, do you remember the uproar in the health ministry when Vice Minister Ichinose got arrested? Apparently, his successor couldn't contain the resulting chaos, which is when Kusamoto-san got tapped to lead. They couldn't afford another criminal scandal, so her promotion was out of the blue. She was a safe choice, a veteran with tenure and experience. Not to mention, her son's tragedy made people see her as a more sympathetic figure. Very popular. She's kind of a new generation heroine, so to speak.
Huh.
Is any of that relevant to the case at hand, though?
Who knows? But Reiko Kusamoto and Ahara both have children who were bullying victims. I don't think that's a connection we can afford to overlook, if you ask me.
Okay, so Kusamoto's son. What exactly happened to him?
Let's see. He was bullied by a fellow third year at his school, Shinya Kawai. The records say he harassed Mitsuru-kun every day, in and out of school. Well, one time he even stuffed dirty rags in his mouth.
Okay.
That's so cruel.
Yeah, and the teacher was a real piece of work. Apparently he knew, but he just smirked and said, "Don't overdo it."
Oh, I remember now. The media pounced on that one hard.
If they were classmates, then both Sawa-sensei and Mamiya would know about this.
And maybe because they couldn't save Mitsuru-kun, their guilt left them open to Ahara's persuasion.
But to prove that, we'll have to hear from them directly. I'll talk to Sawa-sensei first thing tomorrow.
That'd be helpful. In the meantime, I'll be working on Ahara's appeal. It's clear they missed something important in the trial, since Ahara is apparently innocent of sexual battery. Being that he was out committing murder at the time.
What started as a simple harassment case sure has blown up big.
Yep. Guess I head back to the office for today. Yes, we will. I don't know why that guy was fine like that. Okay, stop trying to use charge hits. Just go for the fight.
What a waste.
Ooh.
Wait a minute. What?
Yo, you took your sweet time. But I got the gist of it. You're going to Ijincho, right? To meet with Sawa-sensei?
Kaito-san, you do realize that only I can meet her. You can't get into the school.
I know, but if you end up taking it off campus, can you at least call me this time?
Don't you understand the situation? Sawa-sensei might be tied to murder.
You sure you understand it? Come on, she would never do that.
That a fact?
So happens I'm a great judge of character. Especially when it comes to women.
God damn.
Sometimes I forget who I'm talking to.
I'm gonna tell her real quick. Yo. We back. Do 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 do. Oh oh oh. 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 Half marathon man? Whoa. Oh, so Jenga we go.
Well, first stop, it's gotta be Chinatown. Can't face Tsukumo on an empty stomach.
Never a dull day for you, huh, Kaito-san?
It's the selection, man. I've already worked out the math. I figure if I hit 4 or 5 places a day...
What? What's up?
Check that out. It's Akutsu.
Kamurocho thugs are looking pretty out of place here.
Yo! Akutsu! What are you fools doing in town? Hey! Don't ignore me! It's Kaito! Fancy seeing you here!
I'm kind of busy here, man. Catch you later.
What an asshole. Ijincho's a long way from home. And he's traveling with a small army.
Would he have come all this way because of us?
Nah, we just caught him totally off guard. He's not out here for us. Gotta be something else.
But something's not right if they're just cruising around. It's gotta be an RK operation. He brought too many guys for it to be something more personal.
Yeah. Kamurocho streets can be tough. Maybe they gave up. Well, whatever they came out here to do, we ought to keep our noses the hell out of their business. But you better hustle. You're gonna be late for class. I'll catch you after school.
Hey, you man, what's up? I'm on Twitch this time. Twitch. Well, you'll spell it right eventually. Skateboarding around. I'm a skateboarding. I don't know. Something. Skateboard. Go. Going. Hey, look, it's people standing around. Shame they don't much care about me when I'm on my skateboard. I got something for you. What's the something you got for me? I see coin. Oh, with Prime. Hey yo, much appreciated. That's like $2.50 that I'll pull out in the next year or some point. But hey, appreciated. Received a new message. What do you mean I received a new message? You got my free $2.50 then. Lol. Do I go say hi to the teacher or do I go do other things? Wait, why am I yawning? Woo. Let's go say hi to the teacher. Let's see how this goes. This could be interesting or this could be a massive nothing burger. I hope it's a not massive nothing burger, but at the same point I feel like we're going somewhere here and I don't like it.
What is it, Yagami-san?
Sensei, do you have a minute?
I saw the video of Mikoshiba-kun.
Yikes.
So you did. That video, right?
Ooh, should I be concerned? Yes,
I
no,
thought
no,
Ihara-san
yes.
was convicted for a sex offense. How could he be in that video killing Mikoshiba-kun? But then that video looked so real.
Most likely it is. As you unfortunately had to witness, Ihara-san committed murder with his own two hands. Which means as far as the groping that day goes, there's some deception at work.
Deception?
Are you familiar with Ihara-san's victim in the case? Her name is Yui Mamiya.
I don't think I recognized her, no.
13 years ago, she attended Kurakawa Academy. Her maiden name is Yui Suzuki.
Yui Suzuki? Just a minute. Are you saying she was the one Ihara-san groped?
So you do know her then?
Did you pre-order a Switch 2, by the way? I don't know. Maybe. It's entirely in the realm of possibility. Damn it, I'm so jealous. Look, to me, I stream the simple... Mine's stuck in shipping for 2 days. I went to a midnight launch for it.
Are you two
I got it in
classmates?
person.
We were, in our 3rd year of high school.
I had a hunch. You didn't know she was the victim of that whole incident?
I mean, it's just so hard to believe.
Does this all seem like a wild coincidence to you then? Your old
Going
student's
outside,
father
yes.
gropes one of your high school classmates at a station with 3 million daily travelers.
What are you implying?
I'm saying your old friend Yui might be cooperating with Ihara-san.
No,
As
I
in
ain't
she
doing
only
that.
played the part of a victim. She might have even known it was all to hide a murder.
What? But why? Why would she do that for him?
She doesn't seem to know any connection between Ihara and Miyama. This is all in all, she's an amazing actress. Survived Thursday, but it never did. Oof.
From where I'm sitting, Sensei, you're connected to Ihara and Yui Mamiya. I just need your help figuring out what that connection is.
Yagami-san, please. Are you implying I was some kind of liaison between them?
Well, Sensei, what was your relationship with Yui Mamiya? Were you close?
You
Or
basically
would you say
now.
classmates covers it?
The two of us were never really that close. To be honest, I didn't really like the group of kids she hung out with. I guess you could say we didn't have the same interests.
When was the last time you saw her? Did you have a high school reunion by any chance?
They held a reunion around the time I graduated from college, but I didn't feel like going. That same class bullied a kid into jumping off the roof.
So if that's the case, you haven't seen any of your classmates since you all graduated from Kurakawa?
That's right.
Okay then. The thing is, Ihara-san and Mamiya are connected. It is kind of loose, but it's there. They have one thing in common.
What?
In both of their pasts, someone they knew was bullied to the point of attempting or committing suicide. Ihara-san lost his son, Toshiro-kun, and as for Yui Mamiya, it's her classmate, Mitsuru Kusamoto. That could be a factor, especially for Mamiya. It's possible that Ihara-san would be a sympathetic figure to her. Maybe enough to help construct an alibi for his revenge. It's possible she only played the part of a groping victim. What do you think? Does it have any merit, or is my theory full of holes?
Even if you're on the right track...
Sawa-sensei? We're just waiting on you to start the staff meeting.
Sorry, I'll be right there.
What happened 13 years ago at Kurakawa? That might be the last piece of the puzzle. What about Yui Mamiya? How'd she react when Mitsuru Kusamoto tried to kill himself by jumping off that roof?
I'm sorry, I'm already late for my meeting.
I'm trying to ask you about a murder here. To Ihara, every unanswered question is a victory for that man. He's only a step away from walking for it. And I know Mamiya had other conspirators. It took more than one person to murder Mikoshiba. They're still at large, even as we speak.
Realize now that I'm missing
I'll be
previous streams
honest.
of this game makes this
I
story
came here
very
today with the
understandable right
suspicion
now.
that
I
you
totally
might
know
be
what's
more
going on.
involved in this murder than you're
Exactly.
letting on.
A suspicion?
Nothing you've said has made me feel any better about it.
And what should I do about that, huh?
I just want you to tell me, how are Ahara-san and Mamiya connected beyond what I've already figured out? I think you have the key to that answer, even if you don't know that you're the one holding it. It's like a lock, and until I figure out how to get through it, I'm gonna keep picking at it.
I told you. I'm late for a meeting.
I'll be here when you get back. Have a good meeting.
Suit yourself.
Good God. Yagami. It's not going great, but at least I learned that she was classmates with Mayama. I'll take the wins where I can get them. Seriously, I want to hear that later too. The meeting. So, let's take a look at our case files for Lost Judgment. So basically, this starts off with someone being killed, being discovered months after their death. Whoa, crazy. This person turns out to be someone who went missing going to a high school as a student teacher? What's that, buddy? Ew. Anyway, this same student teacher supposedly, or we now know, bullied a person whilst they were in high school who ended up committing suicide. That person's father so happens to be the man in white here, who took the school to court. It got proved that it wasn't bullying, yada yada yada, all the fun stuff. And so and he got caught groping someone the same day this student teacher was murdered. And things have just kind of unwound from there to the point where it's a lot of story shenanigans. We're like 10 hours deep into this mess. You know what? Let's go do some side shenanigans. It's up or down? I want to go down. I want to go. Typical dad behavior. Yeah, typical dad behavior. Getting revenge on the person who killed your son. Whoa. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. What you got for me? What crazy investigation you doing? See. You don't have anything for me? You said you got crazy investigation to look into.
Yagami-san.
No? Okay, fine. Talk about it later, I guess. Known high school student. Not this teacher, at least not to what we've learned so far. Most likely not. Leave the high school. Consider the high school successfully left. It's just not about Sara Sensei and Mayama.
Hey, Sari-san? It's Yagami.
Hey, did you manage to talk to Sawa-sensei?
Yeah, turns out she really was in Mamiya's class. And they were both aware of the suicide incident with their classmate.
Good to know. While we're on the topic, Hoshino-kun got his hand...
What's your Switch 2 take so far? Like, how's Mario Kart? Switch 2, it's a more powerful Switch. I don't really think there's much else to be said about that. And that's a good thing in a lot of cases. But it's kind of boring to a certain extent if you really think about it. But that's okay. Mario Kart World is fun. Don't think it's 80 USD fun. I don't know.
He transferred out right after Mitsuru-kun jumped, as if he were running away. Once he came of age, it looks like he worked here in Kamurocho.
Wow. You really can find a lot online.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
The Switch 2
and
feels
top
very
it off,
premium.
Kawhi earned a reputation for talking about how he drove a classmate to suicide. Like he's proud of it. Maybe he thought he'd get a laugh in Kamurocho.
Probably would.
Kawhi was more or less a Yakuza, so he never swore into it. I
Oh,
just sent you
wow,
his
so I'll
picture.
see.
It was taken 5 years ago.
What?
Hold on.
This guy?
You recognize him?
Not too long ago, some RK punks came asking his whereabouts. Said he was a girls' bar manager who went missing.
Yeah, it looks like he did work at a girl's bar. But we don't know which one.
Okay, so the guy's definitely suspicious. What business would RK have with him?
Do you know if they ever found him?
No. But their leader, Soma, said something about Kawhi having already been killed. Like he just vanished from Kamurocho a few years ago, and that was it.
Okay.
He was killed?
Uh-huh. Kinda gives me deja vu now that I think about it. Here you have Kawhi and Mikoshiba, two known school bullies. And they both end up murder victims?
That could be for a number of reasons. It's not rare for people to disappear in Kamurocho. Usually the trouble is money or women. Maybe that was the case for Kawhi.
Could be.
Okay. We'll investigate Kawhi a bit more on our end. With RK asking around, word on the street will be loud enough to hear.
Huh. Funky. I mean, Switch 2 is big. I don't know how to feel about it still being so thin at its size. Like if I'd never gotten the Steam Deck, I probably wouldn't mind how thin it was
What did
as
Yagami-san
much.
have to say?
He said he recently ran into some RK
But
members looking for
getting
Shinya
used
Kawhi.
getting used to just the feel of this grip
He also said RK later told him Kawhi had been
versus how
This is
thin
getting
this
scarier
is.
with every new lead.
Now that you mention it, I have seen people getting stopped and asked about someone all over town.
Even though they're about
But
the same
if
size.
those were RK on the hunt for Kawhi, could it have something to do with our case as well?
But aside a connection between Mikoshiba and Kawhi, why is RK suddenly so involved? It's bigger than a deck. Oh, yeah, of course it is. I mean, even at the bare minimum, that's a 800p screen versus a 1080p screen. Like, distractions from the gaming streams so far. Sorry, YouTube people, for a moment here. The screen of the Switch 2 itself is, I need to put this right. Like, just a lot bigger. With the device being almost as big, it's purely just the spaciousness of the controls is just a lot different. Though, we grab the Switch. It's like almost night and day how fucking big the Switch 2 is. What a cute little console. Well,
I'm honestly not sure how RK could be involved in all this. I'm going out for a bit, Hoshino-kun. Do me a favor and keep digging up what you can on Kawhi.
Wait, what?
Sometimes you have to get out in the field. It can't just be Yagami-san all the time.
wait, we're gonna play Sorry Sound for a bit? We are.
You don't mean you're going straight to RK for some answers?
What else would I be doing? I need to know why they were looking for Kawhi.
You're fucking
Then
crazy,
I'm coming
Sorry.
with. I can't just let you do that alone.
Don't worry, it's still light out, and I plan on staying in the open. Besides, if I'm alone, they'll be more eager to talk.
That may be, but still, I'll just call you about every,
Every
10
10
minutes,
minutes
then.
then. For your
For your
safety.
safety.
I find that rather unnecessary.
You sure?
Cringe. You definitely got a crush. Though I think the other thing I'll point out. Bye. Roll over here. Just grabbing 2 games. Switch 2 cases are same size, but it's got the really big forehead. But a more interesting bit, the side profile's a lot different. Instead of, at least here in Australia, all of the all the Switch 1 games have the red background with just a simple white text. That's for most of them. I'm using Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which I haven't still yet to play. Versus Cyberpunk, which has got the wraparound color from the front, not into the back, with their own text to it. And from what I know, it's going to be similar to what the PlayStation spines look like, where they're all different. They're all the carryover colors with their own font or logos on the side representing their game, but not the same as it would look on the typical spine, because that's the two Ultimate Editions of Cyberpunk compared. On the Switch 2's box, it's just the simple text, whilst the PlayStation 5 version still got the logo and stuff. Put these away later. Back to game. First, we need to find some arcade members. Unlike Yakuza, they are hard to identify by appearance alone. It's an odd mix, though. Yeah. Tender. Something with a big head, it looks weird. I'm okay with the big head to a certain extent. It's just kind of similar to what the PlayStation 5 and Xbox does with their ones. Like, it's the same big header, even though it is totally unnecessary. And it is a way to make sure they very much do stand out versus any normal Switch games. It's very obvious this is a Switch 2. It's a red box with the big forehead. Also, Cyberpunk came with a bunch of stickers. Pretty sure the same occurred with... Oh yeah, the Ultimate Edition did come with stickers on this one too. That's probably the reason. Because there's games missing. Because, like, look at that. They could have gone with the same thing, but then if it was just the same box but with a 2 next to it, it's a little different. Bonk. I can't reach it. Make me invisible. Whoop. Because I know my shirt's pulling up. Great to put on all my devices, mostly guitar. Grandma ain't gonna be able to tell the difference when it gets... That's why, like, there's a giant red header on the Switch 2 boxes instead of just the same little box that it was before. Okay, so we can't really explore. We're just gonna be teleported from place to place. Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Oh, is that Sari-chan I see? To what do I owe this pleasure?
Something, something,
nice
something.
To see you too.
Oh, hi. Say, aren't you one of Talk's lawyer friends? Does that mean he's on his way too?
No, unfortunately.
It's just me today.
Fine by me. That means you and I get some girl talk time.
Oh, that stings, Mari. And here I thought I had a place in your heart.
Well, no one knows a lady's heart like a bartender. I guess you can stay.
Keep off each other. But if I'm going to ask questions, I better order a drink.
Let's see.
All these bottles got you feeling lost?
So I see each other.
Care for a few pours?
Because I haven't quite figured out the best way to put that together.
Besides,
there's not really
a man
been a
with his
solution
talent
I've come
can't
across that
complain.
merges the two chats
kind.
in a way that I like. And also,
So I'm actually here to ask you.
as well as there's not really any, because my old YouTube chat was like the YouTube chat itself, just the URL from the YouTube chat with a bunch of custom code shenanigans that I got from someone else. I think I have an application that might be able to do the put together, but I don't know how to convert that to be more transparent and just be usable. Does Streamlabs chat widget support multiple chats? I don't like using Streamlabs. I just kind of avoid them
Can I set up a meeting with RK?
when it comes down to it.
Darn. So this wasn't a pleasure call? Well, I'm glad you're at least enjoying the drink.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
True. And looking fancy doing it.
Oh, please. You two are going to embarrass me.
My apologies. I suppose being surrounded by such beauties has a timeless appeal, even at my age.
I'll second that. Masuda here is looking at least a year younger.
Are you sure about that?
Was that supposed to be a compliment?
Of course. If you got any younger, you'd be much too handsome. What's a girl to say?
And I'll second that.
Yeah. Oh no, this isn't good. I'm getting so relaxed I might forget about work.
Anyhow, if you're after an RK rendezvous, the good news is those guys are everywhere.
Really?
But it's not like a civilian can just stroll up and ask, "Hey, are you RK?" and expect to get an answer.
You got that right. And Saori-chan needs to ask them something that's kind of sensitive. Oh, that's certainly going to make things challenging.
Just a bit, yeah.
So I say, why not let the boys do the chasing? Wouldn't be hard for an enchantress like you. But honey, we need to do something about your look.
Oh, for fuck's
Some
sakes,
nice
not again.
clothes and a little makeup.
We
and
dressing
you'd
up
be
sorry
unstoppable.
again.
Finally, my turn to second something.
I suppose I would need to look approachable.
Talk told me once that if you ever felt like it, Saori-chan, you could put every hostess in Kamurocho to shame. I've got to
We did a
admit,
very
I'm
similar
curious.
thing in the first
Well,
Judgment
A
game.
good hawk hides her talons.
And here we
You're
are in
saying
Lost
I should
Judgment
dress
doing
like
it
a
again.
hostess for this?
Is usually a thing.
Well,
That's just
sure
happened
there
one
are
other time
others.
with this character in the
But
previous
if you
game.
want a foolproof plan to snag an RK, you've got one.
Oh, if you want, I can get you some looks. And you can choose what you like.
I get the message. And I suppose I'll take you up on that.
Okay, then
What's an
leave the rest to
arcade?
me.
Just a clan group, criminal thug shenanigans. I don't know what it actually stands for. Oh, hey, here we are, back in this again. Hey, look, we get to play dress up again. Wowzers. I forget the dumb options. Let's go to the default for that's a lot of options for a single scene. Yeah, you're gonna have all the customizations. I assume this has just been pulled from a previous games where they've done this for an actual mini games collection. We'll just go with stock standard. We don't need to get get complicated.
Oh, well, would you look at that? Doc was right on the money. I couldn't have imagined.
You sure about that, Mari-san? I hardly feel comfortable wearing this in front of you.
What are you saying? You're so pretty.
I wouldn't say so.
Really? You're dynamite.
Of course.
Though, there is one thing that's missing.
What?
What's that?
Pride. That's the final touch you need. Pride in your own beauty.
Well, I'm not sure I have that.
Then how about your pride as a lawyer? You have that, don't you?
As a lawyer?
Yes, there it is. Go ahead and take a look. Now that's the
What
face
is
of
that
the girl who gets
stance?
the man she wants.
It's been a while since I've felt this way. I have you to thank for that.
These bad boys won't know what hit them. Now, let's go dangle the bait.
You mean us, right?
You bet. Two nightlife girls like us alone on the street literally brings the RK boys running. Especially along Senryo Avenue. Why don't we take a walk?
Are you sure? I don't want to drag you into this.
Are you kidding? And miss the chance to see this makeover in action? But really, I want you to succeed. I promise I won't be a bother.
Bum, bum, bum. Time to walk down Seiyu Avenue. If any arcade guys approach us, we'll reel them in. Then I can ask about Shinya Kawi, and see what they found out so far. Oh god, here we go. Let's go walking. Do 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 do. Let's. Oh, we can't run in these heels. The game's not nice enough to let you do some running. Do 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 do. Why does everyone stutter and stare at me when that happens? Boom 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 boom.
Excuse me, ladies. You, get lost on the way to the beauty pageant?
We're already out for a drink. Maybe heading to work somewhere in town?
Oh, we're just two girls bar hopping by our lonesome. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in that case, why don't you roll with us? I know a great place. You could drink
Definitely
all
an
you
arcade
want.
member there with the white jacket.
Wow, you guys loaded or something? We can throw them back, you know. You sure?
Hell yeah! There's a place my buddy runs. He'll be thrilled to see some ladies like you.
I'll beat up some Yakuza in those heels though. Unfortunately, we can't fight with the girls apparently.
You wouldn't happen to know any of them, would you? You seem like you'd be popular enough.
RK. Of course we know him. Why? You ladies about that thug life?
Well, I've heard RK boys know how to show a lady a good time. Things like they party like there's no tomorrow and spare no expense on fun.
But Saori-chan, why limit yourself to RK? I think these boys are plenty attractive.
I'm starting to think we were meant for each other.
Oh? What makes you say that?
Wait, don't tell me you're...
Not supposed to be blurting it out, but yeah, we're RK. And pretty high up, too.
Shoot. RK wouldn't be what it is now without us. Not get this big either.
So this went well. I knew they had to be with the arcade. Now all I have to do is ask about Shinya Kanwai. Why were they looking for him?
RK has Kamurocho pretty much wrapped around its finger now, huh?
For fuck's sake.
Just about. The time of the Yakuza laying down the law is over.
Really?
All that respect and chivalry shit. Dead, like all the old legends. Now the underground world is a jungle. And winning the fight's all that matters.
Very open about that, this, weren't
must
they?
be
Yeah, they
hard.
were.
But I think that's hot.
That reminds me. Weren't you RK guys looking for someone recently? A man who disappeared a few years ago?
Oh yeah, him. We were looking for this dude who ran a girls' bar.
See? I knew you guys would know what that's about.
Oh well, 5 years ago he suddenly disappeared. But that's not even news in Kamurocho.
That's so crazy, though. What happened to him? You ever end up finding the guy?
Nah, didn't work out. No surprise, he was just a punk anyway.
Please listen to me spouting my secrets, I beg
Yeah, I
you.
heard it. Some of his old friends rolled up on him one night. My guess is, was trouble from another town catching up to him. Anyway, they argue for a bit, and it ends with the guy getting shoved into a van. And that's the last time anyone saw the dude.
Wait.
Whoa. What do you think happened?
What?
I'm thinking they bumped him off. If he was still breathing,
They
he'd be
grabbed
back by
him and
now.
shoved him in the
I heard he never
van.
even picked up his final paycheck. I guess he's fish food now. Or they buried him on some remote-ass mountain.
That's the same
You
way
have
they
any
took
idea
the
who
other
would have done
guy.
that to him?
Don't know. They say it was 10 or so people. Young, both men and
Apparently
women.
so.
Doesn't sound like a gang thing. But who knows, right? It was 5 years ago.
Group of civilians shoved Kenway into a van. They were old acquaintances. Could they have been classmates from Krzair Academy? I'm just rushing to conclusion.
But if you heard all that, there must have been witnesses, right? So you're saying someone actually saw him get shoved in a van?
Yep. Some chick working at his bar saw it all go down. At
He
least
just
that's what he
keeps
heard from
going.
the guy who heard it from that chick.
Where is this bar anyway?
I mean, some random dive bar half a decade ago? Who the hell knows? 100 places have sprung up and gone under since.
But then, why would anyone be looking for Shinya Kawai now? Did someone ask RK to find him? Think that's right?
Hell if I know. It's a question for the top of the food chain. But hold on a sec. Can I ask you something?
Oh.
Huh?
Just a minute ago, you mentioned a Shinya Kawai.
Uh-oh.
How'd you know his full name when we never told you?
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit!
You're only talking to us because you wanted dirt on Kawai. So who the hell are you?
What do you think you're doing?
Let go of her!
Who sent you?
Oh. 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 Huh? Go on.
I wouldn't even give you my name. Now let go. Threats and violence aren't going to work on me.
Oh, what have we here? Got ourselves a bad bitch all of a sudden. Too bad she can't keep her hand from shaking.
That's just the excitement talking.
Big talk for a chick dressed to the nines to get info. Huh? Sorry, Chan?
Yeah. Don't even try to fuck with us, lady!
Sorry, Chun!
Huh? What the?
Hey! It's Higashi.
Higashi-san!
Asshole!
Too slow.
I swear, these jerks are popping up like roaches. No thanks needed. Just be careful on your own, especially when you're beautiful.
Thank you so much, Higashi-san.
I just said you don't... Wait, how'd you know my name?
It's me, Shirosaki, from Genda Law Office. It's been a while.
Holy shit! No way!
I didn't realize. Shirosaki-sensei. I didn't recognize you. You look incredible.
You're the
Wait,
one who's
what?
incredible.
No way!
This is all my fault. I was the one who put Mari-san in danger. You really saved us.
Young, strong, handsome. That's 3 out of 3 for me.
Those guys were RK. Town's practically overrun with them these days.
Former Matsugaon family member of the Tojo clan. He's like a brother to Kaito-san and he knows Yagami-san too. He runs the arcade full time now, but apparently still keeps up with the Yakuza fashion trends.
If you'd like, I can escort you somewhere safe. I got nothing but time on my hands.
Oh, you don't say. Perfect. Who says we can't still salvage some fun out of tonight?
Oh, before we do that, let me call Yagami-san.
The Blue 13 years ago, he vanished from Kamucho when he was abducted by a group in a van. And it seems like they were all people he knew, and it's possible they were his classmates from Krzair Academy.
Yagami's still a jackass, I see. When Shirosaki-sensei calls, you pick up in 2 rings.
It is strange that he's not picking up. I'll try again.
Uh-oh. Yo-oh. What's happened to Yagami?
Wait, he was killed?
Uh-huh. Kinda gives me deja vu now that I think about it.
Going back
Here
to
you
this
have
point
Kawai
again.
and Mikoshiba, two known school bullies. And they both end up murder victims?
That could be for a number of reasons. It's not rare for people to disappear in Kamurocho. Usually the trouble is money or women. Maybe that was the case for Kawai.
Could be.
Okay. We'll investigate Kawhi a bit more on our end. With RK asking around, word on the street will be loud enough to hear.
Alright, thanks.
Before facility meeting ends. Amasawa. Kill some time. Let's go kill some time. Doodly doo. Doodly doo. Doodly doo.
Yagami-san.
Oh, Yagami, thank you for
Yeah.
coming. Yeah, outside counsel for the MRC at your service.
Yagami-san.
Congratulations on that, Yagami-san. Definitely better than being on Sister's bad side. She must have really laid into you, huh? She was all worked up the day before, ranting about busting that pervert.
Guess so.
Yeah, almost ended up on the front page of the papers as some kind of high school creeper thanks to her.
I'm sorry.
I ought to apologize
By the
for
way.
that. So, Amasawa, you wanted to talk to me about something. Yes, there's a rather nasty rumor going around. We're hoping you can help us with the investigation.
Well-
As a matter of fact, there's a possibility that the Sugar Baby incident is actually related to this rumor. Suppose I ought to do my duty as an advisor.
Yagami-san.
Somewhat recently, a large number of Ojengo teens have been engaging in illicit behavior. All these delinquency issues are flying on the radar without any authority figures clutching wires so far, which is surprising considering they really run the gamut: shoplifting, smoking, sugar baby, street racing, gambling, phone scams. Even more surprisingly, many of these cases are otherwise reputable students who decide to break bad out of the blue almost simultaneously. That is rather strange. The most intriguing part of the rumor, though, is that a single individual has enabled this criminal activity.
Huh?
You mean there's a mastermind behind it all? Breaking Bad reference? Let's go. You mean there's a mastermind behind it all or something? At least, in effect, if the rumor was accurate, someone is leading these students down a dark path. Word is getting to the point of that this sole person appears to be the entire source of all this delinquency.
Oh.
Sounds almost like some kind of urban legend. Apparently, the serial high students refer to him as the Professor. I like to believe it's reference to Sherlock Holmes' greatest nemesis, Professor James Monogatari. He masterminded all sorts of criminal acts through London. In his debut story, he referred to as the Napoleon of crime.
other words-
But perhaps it would be more accurate to refer to our own professor as the Napoleon of delinquency.
So to
This
sum
is
it up,
fascinating stuff, but you said it's all just rumors so far, right?
No.
Well, the recurring themes in these rumors are specific enough to make me think there's something to them.
Well,
Apparently there's a secret website run by the professor that only serious students can access. I identified some of the students who admit they know of the site, but they're not exactly opening up to me any further. Ooh, a secret website, huh? What's it supposed to be? Some kind of message board? I always heard that those wind up turning into pits of anonymous hate. Nothing but places for bullies to get their kicks.
yes.
Likewise. However, there's apparently a unique feature on the professor's website that's gotten the students' attention. What kind of unique feature? Well, when students write posts stating their desire for something, it sounds like the professor appears and grants their wishes.
Unbelievable.
Grants their wishes? That's absurd.
No.
May I remind you, this is only a rumor. But I imagine if some of the wishes are for answers on tests or a way to make easy money or to get revenge on certain individuals... Okay, this is starting to sound a little more like a case than an urban legend, but it's still awfully hard to swallow. Persona 5 reference? What?
Yes.
I don't know where the... It's the fan site. Yes, but it sounds dangerous enough to merit investigation, considering the hooligans that the professor seems to surround himself with. This is someone no high schooler should ever This is someone no high schooler should turn to for assistance. We're gonna change the heart of those delinquents. Hey, look, another thing. Thugs.
I see.
Oh, he's got hooligans. That complicates things.
Hey.
What's a hooligan? The kind of punk who pulls scams and runs shady businesses. Sort of like the Yakuza, but without any of the rules or discipline. They can be a lot worse to deal with. Anti-gang laws don't apply to them, so they're hard to sweep up. More and more of them are popping up ever since the Tojo and the Omni disbanded.
Right.
Wow, I had no idea.
Well...
On a related note, I've heard that the dance club Sugar Baby nearly got caught up in a dangerous situation, but some large vulgar man suddenly appeared and offered her protection. Apparently they were sent to serve as her enforcers. I'm surprised you know what they're called. I read a lot of books. At any rate, considering the range of criminal activities we've already discussed, I imagine this hypothetical operational Django would be quite a lucrative one.
If I were to guess...
This is going to be the first middle-aged Persona protagonist. In fact, it could very well be lucrative enough for someone to decide it's worth capitalizing on. Perhaps with the use of a mysterious frontman? Okay, so all the talk about the professor might be smokescreen to let these thugs run their schemes. Why am I yawning so much? It's illegal. I can't be tired. That actually sounds more plausible.
Yes.
You see now, from the right perspective, this urban legend actually appears rather mundane. All good for now. I think I'll just solid grounds the situation. Anything new from me, or should I just keep at it with the dance club for now? No, please continue your efforts. Thank you. In the meantime, I'll keep after the professor rumors and sniff out anything useful. An app, eh? Oh, hey, a school diary. These investigations are known as school stories.
Now that you mention it.
Lawyer's license? Using the dance club? Yes. It's a long story. Let's not worry about it. You know, though I'm not practicing anymore. What about it? Oh, nothing. It's just the thought of almost accusing a lawyer of being a voyeur gives me the shivers. Think I could sue for defamation? Please don't. Kill some time. God damn it! You mean I need to kill more time? Game. That's cringe. Let's go check up on the boys. Shoot the time. That's the quickest way. Look, I know you're trying to be a funny guy, but that's silly. Oh, okay. I don't jump that high. What is that? What, don't you like my skateboard? Oh. Okay. What the fuck? weird pre-order bonus. Well, weird bonus thing. In reality, it should be a skateboard. Ow, I was not near that. I wanted the coin. Boom, boom. Birdum. Then did he just laid flat in the stomach for a second, did a flip to get back up. Yep. He just cool. Yagami just cool like that. You knock me down, I'm just going to flip up. Whoa. Item. The definition of what a 14-year-old finds badass, and it's amazing. She's gone. She's left. Leather jacket, skateboard, flips. Back. Did I come back yet?
Pardon me. Did you have business with Sawa-sensei?
Yeah, the faculty meeting's over, right?
It just wrapped up. But Sawa-sensei went home in the middle of it, about an hour ago.
Huh.
What?
Apparently she got a call from her apartment manager, saying her place was broken into.
Broken into?
She told me to tell you that if you came around.
Okay, then. Do you think you could give me her contact info or something?
No, I don't think I can. Oh, I'll just give her a quick call. One moment. No, she's not answering. They're probably busy.
But I guess she's home then?
I'd say so. Her place is within walking distance.
It is? Sawa-sensei lives in Ijincho?
Yes, but I really shouldn't be giving that kind of info out.
Fair enough.
Sure. I appreciate the need for privacy. You've been a big help.
Interesting. To a very strange time for that. What's going on? I think I should let this go, though. I wonder if there's anyone who can tell me Sawa-sensei's address. Talk to someone who might know Sawa's home address. Who the fuck... Yagami, who the fuck would know that and be willing to tell you? You crazy person. Her stalker, if she has one. Well, that's stupid. Let's go talk to Mr. Senior Principal. Okay, I have to go that way.
Oh? What's the matter, Yagami-san? Is there still something you need?
Well, do you think you could tell me Sawa-sensei's address?
Come again?
Not too long ago, she got a call that her apartment was broken into. And another teacher tried to call her, but she wouldn't answer.
So, what? Are you going to go check on her yourself? At her place?
She's within walking distance, isn't she?
I believe so. But this is a young woman, living by herself. I shouldn't be giving you her address without her permission.
We're detectives. Give us a bit of time, I'm sure we can find out ourselves. But on the other hand, that wouldn't be best for either party now, would it?
Then can't you just ask her yourself tomorrow?
Chairman, you're aware of the Hiro Mikoshiba murder footage, right?
Yes, of course I am. But from what I've heard from police sources, it's very likely that video was faked.
Well, I have it on good authority it wasn't faked at all. So for the sake of argument, let's say the video's real. And that Ihara is the one behind having posted it deliberately. He's got the Criminal Affairs Department saying it's probably faked. So the police are playing right into his hand. And let's say his motive in all this is to avenge his son's suicide. The justice for his bullying that he never got.
Now wait just a moment. We proved in court that no bullying had taken place here. Sad as it was, the trial concluded that bullying wasn't what drove poor Ihara-kun to suicide.
Actually, before Toshiro-kun killed himself, Sawa-sensei reported a bullying incident to his homeroom teacher.
What?
But at the trial, she wasn't able to testify to that. She had no choice but to deny the whole thing. From Ihara's perspective, that was unforgivable. And after all that, Miko Shiba was murdered, and now Sawa-sensei isn't picking up her phone following a break-in at her place.
What are you implying here? It's like you're saying she's going to be next.
I just want to check up on her. If it turns out the break-in isn't linked, I'll turn right around. And I'll make sure nobody knows the chairman gave me her address.
Well, fine. I understand.
Wow, I cannot believe we did that. Yikes. I cannot believe I nailed that by going straight to the the guy in charge, and he was like, "Okay, you convinced me." Did you just trip on the stairs, bud? Did I go down the stairs too fast for you, buddy? All right, buddy moves in. Look, I know there's more stuff that I could do, but I got things to do. I don't care about side stories right now. We got person to hunt. So over there. Rolling, yeah. We're rolling, going. Where you going? Woo, woo, wee, woo, wow, wee, wow, woo, wow, wow, wee, whoa. I hope she's fine. I hope nothing happens to her. And I hope she's also not involved in this. You don't see anything. Just a man on a skateboard rolling away from you. 3. Boy, boy, okay, you're crazy. It's way quieter than I expected for a place that's just had a burglary. I am concerned with what I'm about to find out. Should be here. I don't like this, but here we are. Three.
the hell are you doing here?
That was quick. I guess we couldn't ask for a better piece of bait. Kick us off, Akutsu.
Unexpected guess? What's about to happen?
The bullying that pushed Toshiro Ehara over the edge echoes a previous tragedy.
I had to go carrying groceries.
Years before,
well,
another boy attempted
we got the
suicide
address from the headmaster, and we came over
Yagami
here.
makes his way to Sawa Sensei's apartment,
And well,
hoping to get some answers that will shed some light on the incident. But, as if by coincidence, he encounters Koana instead. What ties could an earnest schoolteacher and an underground handyman share?
what's about to go on? Chapter 7, Blindsided. Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Koana? What the hell are you doing here? You forget to mention you had a connection to Sawa-sensei? Or what? Awkward. Do you or not? And don't pretend you're just here to fix a toilet.
Yo!
Now it's RK on top of you?
Yagami, we've got more incoming.
What is this?
These idiots aren't after you. It's me they really want. And I just walked into their trap.
What could they possibly want with you? To come all the way from Kamurocho? Akutsu, what is this about? Why do you want her? Looks like they don't feel like talking about it.
Get these two fuckers first. But try to leave them breathing if you can.
Fight scene. Let's go. Okay. Down on the ground he goes, and wada boom! You know, this might be the time where I spend some skill. Oh, jeez, I've got 50,000 skill points. Yeah, I should do something about that. For no reason. There's so much stuff to get because I haven't been doing anything for a while now. There be some frames going missing here. Come on, buddy. Do your thing. Buddy. To the floor with you. And here's my foot. Again, I just realized I have not gotten any new health items in a while, so possible problem. I should do that. Can you stop blocking, buddy? Down he goes.
You stupid son of a bitch! Just stay the fuck out of our way, Yagami! I could say the same thing to you! Sawa-sensei, you okay?
Yes, I'll call the police.
That would help.
Hey, let's go, Yagami!
You go ahead. You're the one they're after, aren't you?
I owe you one.
Take Yagami out!
Just leave him to us. There's backup downstairs. We'll be right behind you.
There he goes. Now that it's just us, shall we start from the top?
Are we gonna go again?
Coming here was the last mistake you'll ever make, you fuck. You're fucking dead, asshole!
I missed it. Well, that's unfortunate. I did not dodge and do my thing, but that's okay because this guy's now dead. Bonk. Okay, that was close.
Sawa-sensei.
Yes?
Don't open your door until the cops get here, okay? I have to go make sure Kawana's alright.
But what about you, Yagami-san?
I'm fine. But actually, how do you and Kawana know each other? Sawa-sensei? Fine. Just please stay in your room, okay?
Fine, Kara, make sure he's alive. Why the hell are the RK after him? Okay, I should do the smart thing of sipping some heals.
Huh? Wait, you're Yagami!
God. If I can't leave the guys alone, if they lay a finger at Sarah Sensei.
Hey! The hell you looking at? Not trying to get in our way, are ya?
Yeah, I am. But I'm in a hurry myself, so I'm not gonna hold back, alright?
Alright.
Yeah? Big words for a little shit! You're nothing without your friend Kaito!
Sure, buddy. Hey, buddy. Boom, boom, boom.
Really, guys?
Probably him this way. You've taken the pedestrian overpass?
Huh? Huh. This motherfucker. Hey, check it out. It's Yagami.
Ooh, lovely. Fun.
Hey, trying to screw with RK again? Then you better be
You
ready to get your ass.
Ass beat. Oh, for
Aren't
Christ.
you the one screwing with me? Besides, I'm not behind any of this.
All right, enough of your bullshit. You better say a quick prayer, asshole.
I mean, I think you should. Because I have a feeling this is not going to be the way to go down the way you'd like it to, bud. Bomb.
And stay down.
What a waste. These guys are so pathetic.
Hey, it's Kuana. Don't let him get away.
Is that arcade just now? So now they've cornered car. I've got to hurry. Is there a way to get more?
Kuana! Hey, been waiting for you.
Just jumps over the thing.
You a slow runner or something?
They got here before I did.
Yagami, sticking your nose in our business again. How about I stick you in an oil barrel and see if you float?
That's a halfway decent threat this close to the sea.
Ooh, the great detective sounds intimidated.
If we make it out of this, I've got some questions that need answering. Sawa-sensei won't talk.
I wouldn't worry about the future. Your life is coming to an end soon. Yagami!
What? You're talking to me?
Stay down, would you? Not happening.
Good luck, Yagami-kun.
You son of a bitch.
Start. Let go.
Fuck, I hate that. Really bad timing.
Oh, show me what you got.
Hey buddy, how you doing? To the ground with you. And bop. Use one of the toughness Z's so I can get another one. I'm on my phone now because I decided to go outside and use the tracking feature to hunt my Nintendo Switch 2 package 1 hour early.
Kawana? Hey, Kawana! Oh, fine. Least you could have done is say thank you.
We ain't done, Yagami!
I get you want to play tough, but do you ever quit?
It's not over till it's over, you little shit.
The hell's that? Sawa-sensei! Stop it! Someone's here too?
I wouldn't have expected you and this bitch to be connected.
What the hell do you think you're doing? This has nothing to do with her.
You're the detective, aren't you? You figure it out. Huh? Time's up.
Fucking hell.
Toss his phone before we go any further. This GPS will lead his friends straight to us.
Hey, 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 hey. Yagami. Rise and shine. There he is. I was starting to worry you might not wake up. My men are glorified amateurs at this stuff. The technique for knocking someone out takes practice to get down.
Soma?
Oh good, no brain damage. Man, I'm glad you're tough as nails. Now we can get to the fun part, huh? Yagami-san here just saved your asses. You wouldn't be standing if he didn't come around.
There's no way we could have known this asshole would show up. Not my fault everything went to shit. This was your operation anyway.
Fine, it's okay. But you need to make sure you keep your boys in check from here on.
Huh?
Did that hurt? It hurt, right? See? You all see? First comes pain, and then the fear. You have to start with pain. Fear won't work if you haven't given them a reason. Slap them around, but you do need to keep them conscious. Enough to keep the fear alive.
What the hell's going
That's how
on?
you get what you want to hear. Am I right? I can tell when someone's lying. My superiors found that useful. Probably why they kept me around. Now, no playing dumb and none of your tricks. Don't underestimate me. Yagami-san. So, what's the deal between you and that lady teacher?
We're colleagues, as of a few days ago.
The fuck are you talking about?
Stay out of this, Akutsu.
Huh?
I'm telling you to shut up and leave this to me. I'm focusing. Besides, Yagami-san here is telling us the truth. He's just being a little vague, is all. So what do you mean, Sawa-sensei is your colleague?
Forget it, Katsu. This summer guy's perceptive as hell.
I was asked to look into a bullying case at Serio High. That's all I meant by it.
How about that?
What'd you do to her?
Oh, she's sound asleep now, I'm sure. Our business isn't with her, anyway.
You want Kuwana?
Right. About that. You keep calling him Kuwana. That's not who we know him as.
Huh?
Kuwana is his alias.
A fake name?
That's right. So tell me, what is he? What do you know him for?
You get 2 seconds to answer.
What does this Kuwana guy do?
He's a handyman. In Ijincho. Everybody knows him. He's been taking jobs in the area for a long time now.
A handyman, huh? Well, from the way it sounds, you haven't known each other very long.
Yeah.
His real name's Kitakata. Ring any bells? Well, there you have it. Your face says you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. So then, any idea where your Kuwana-san went? We have some business with him.
I wouldn't tell you even if I knew.
Of course you wouldn't. And I suppose that's not a lie. But it's probably more accurate to say you don't know where he is.
Fucking hell, buddy. Calm down.
Turns out you don't have a damn thing on him.
Shit.
Know what that means?
It means you have no more use for me.
Shame to be smart and still lose, huh?
Now I got a question for you. Did you really think you'd walk out of here alive? Or is it gonna be in a body bag? The fear in your eyes tells me everything I need to know. And you're probably right. You aren't gonna enjoy what little time you have left. It's gonna be painful as hell. Because I'll be the one enjoying it.
What brings you to Ijincho and after a teacher? And why Kuwana too? How do you even know him?
I could tell you as a little parting gift, couldn't I? Except I ain't feeling so generous. Pretty boy detectives looking rough. But you didn't think we were done yet, did you? Hey! Fire that thing up. Get him on his feet. And I don't want to see him squirming.
What the fuck?
Not every day you get a chance like this. Record this shit. Yo. How quickly can a chainsaw kill a guy should be the video title when we upload it. This kind of shit gets so many views. Am I right, Yagami? We'll go in slow and get your fingers all cut to shreds. We'll take that up to the right wrist, then we'll switch over to the left side. Right forearm, left forearm. Why don't we make this formal? Take first dibs. You show us how it's done.
You want me to do it?
Time to man up. We gotta show the world what happens when you fuck with RK. killing shits like him is what puts hair on your chest, guys. Just try not to kill him until everyone gets a turn.
Get to work! But, sir...
Figure it out. Akutsu. He won't do it himself, you know. Recording it puts the evidence of a murder out there on video. And he won't be on it. But you guys will be. Who do you think they'll come for, moron?
You still talking? Spill your intestines on the fucking floor!
Yo! We got company!
Kaito, how the hell? How'd you fucking find us here?
Kaito-san. Sekiro.
Suppose I ought to thank you boys for keeping talk nice and comfortable, Akutsu.
Yeah, but we were just getting to the grand finale. You two can have front row seats.
I'll pass. This show kinda sucks.
Block all the doors! These three are fucking dead. You hear me, boys? I don't want anyone leaving the building!
Good call. I don't want anyone leaving either. Until I'm done with you.
Man, still got energy in this for this shit.
Don't be a tough guy, Talk. Feel free to take a breather if you need to.
I don't know about that, Kaito-san. He's got that look. That's the face he makes when he's got a score to settle and some ass to kick.
You still haven't gotten your fill of this, Yagami? I'll admit, this is kind of fun, man. Maybe killing you would be a mistake.
Oh, that's funny as fuck.
I'll tie you up and keep you as a pet.
You know what? I think I could punch you as many times as I want right now. In circumstances such as they are, no one could even blame me.
Huh?
I'm saying I've earned a little payback, Akutsu. Let's go!
Man, you fucking crazy, but man. Fucker's got a chainsaw. Oh my, that does a lot of fucking damage. Jesus, you don't have a smartphone right now. Are you shitting me? Okay. I have to just not die. Did you stop fucking blocking, you shit? Stop fucking blocking. My fucking god, guy. I know who. Oh, it's getting you this time. Hey, more health to get rid of is always good. Hey, yo, we did it.
What the hell does RK want with Kawana? What did he do? Tell me how Sawa-sensei and Kawana are connected.
You ask too many questions, you fucking asshole.
Tell me, why go to all the effort in Kamurocho to find Shinya Kawai? What are you trying to do? Shit. Akatsu!
Man, that guy's invincible. And he's faster than he looks.
Asshole. He knew it was a lost cause, so he took off at the first opportunity. I'm guessing that's why he was holding back.
Are you serious? He couldn't be that sharp.
Nah, he's definitely got some skills, and we better start taking him seriously.
I had no idea you went through so much.
I'm just glad you had the mind to tip off Kaito-san that I wasn't picking up your calls. That got Tsukumo to track my phone over GPS and locate me using the town's security cameras. Long story short, you saved me.
I had to try something. I'm the one who dragged you into this after all. But you know, the first person to suspect something was Higashi-san. He thought it was strange for you to be suddenly unavailable.
Better thank him, too.
By the way, I'd like to share the details I recently gathered on Shinya Kawai. Kawai was a bully at Kurokawa Academy.
Yeah,
He was abducted by individuals thought to be his acquaintances. A worker at a girls' bar witnessed this, and based on that, RK apparently deduced that Kawai was murdered.
Got it. Then I suggest you steer clear of RK as much as possible. They fly off the handle faster than the Yakuza.
Right. I never imagined things would get this dangerous.
We just got back to Sawa-sensei's apartment. I thought RK was in Kamurocho looking for Kawai, but they came to ambush a handyman named Kawana.
Did you say handyman?
Yeah, but he plays a wider field than your average Mr. Fix-It. He's popular on the Ijincho underground. Even Kawana was a fake name.
And this mystery man has some connection to Sawa-sensei?
Yeah, and I'm about to ask her about him directly. I need to get everything I can out of her this time.
Understood. We're still dealing with a lot of unknowns, so take care of yourself, okay?
I feel I should be ready to talk this time around, considering everything that just happened.
Yeah, what's Sawa-sensei's room number?
Just hold your horses. I'm coming with you.
Man, we're so bloody.
Sure is quiet. This is where the fight went down?
Yeah. But to look at it, you wouldn't think anything had happened here. Sawa-sensei? You there? It's Yagami.
What's up?
Uh-oh.
Door. It's unlocked.
Huh?
Sawa-sensei?
No! Wait, talk!
No way.
Oh, God.
I was afraid they'd kill her.
The school teacher, Yokosawa, is murdered in cold blood, and Yagami is torn with grief. Her death is merely collateral damage to Soma of RK. Soma's real prey is Kawana, who narrowly escapes his trap. It seems Kawana had buried his true identity among a host of other secrets, and to unearth them, Yagami crawls deeper down the rabbit hole.
Chapter 8, Phantom of Ojinsho.
Yeah. That's fine. I get it. You don't want us touching anything inside the room. Is it okay to wait for you inside then? Some private investigators from Kamurocho. Yagami-san and Kaito-san. Yeah, I asked them to help us out with a case we were on a couple days ago. Yes, see you soon. They're coming. The cops are on their way.
All right.
She was murdered at the hands of Soma. Bastard. He lied when he said they had no business with her. Why did it have to be her? How did she get pulled into all this?
If it's answers you want, you gotta be a detective, Talk. We can see the kind of shit that normal people miss. We'll notice what they can't. For now, can you put aside the pain and do the work you need to do?
I think he's right.
First, let's narrow our focus. It's not about who or how she was murdered. What's more important here is to figure out the answer to the why. Let's consider her connections. We know one of them was to Kawana the handyman. Where that leads is that Soma's gang was after Kawana, and that's why they broke in.
In that case, the clues that we're after here are her personal relationships. There's our lead. Something that shows how a teacher could be connected to a guy like Kawana.
Yeah. Except Kawana's a fake name, just his alias. His real name was Kitakata. Soma gave us that. What the? Hey. Blood. Not a lot, though.
Yeah, looks like it.
What the?
Yagami-san, isn't that your book from when Sawa-sensei went to Kurokawa Academy? Wouldn't there be photos of people like Yui Mamiya and that bully Kawaii in there?
Oh. Yeah, you're probably right.
Weird that there's so much blood around it. Maybe she was trying to leave us a clue.
What do you want to do? Take a peek inside? Kind of frowned on to mess with a murder scene, yeah?
If you're gonna look, make it quick. The cops will be here any minute.
There's not enough time to check the whole thing.
Now I think, what do I do with this yearbook?
I'm gonna hang on to it for now. I'll turn it over to the police later. It's now or never. I won't get another chance to come back to this room.
You're gonna take it? Really? Is that even legal?
Of course not. But fuck legal this time.
Those shady Kurokawa Academy graduates might be connected to Mikoshiba's murder. But we're the only ones with that lead right now. The cops could turn this place upside down and still miss that.
Good point. It's better off with us then. Feel like that's what Sawa-sensei wanted. It's now or never. Sugiura, we'll deal with the cops. You take the yearbook and get out of here.
I have to play the thief?
Play? Isn't that exactly what you fucking did back in Kamurocho?
Why you gotta bring that up? Fine, I'll do it.
Don't have much time until police arrive. I have to be as thorough as I can right now.
What the?
Smartphone.
Probably.
Maybe some RK thugs barged in, took her phone, and threw it in here.
What do you want to do?
Yeah. No good. It's got a pin.
So...
Yeah, unfortunately.
Hey, suspicious. What the? Uh-huh. What the? Hey. Suspicious.
There's one visible wound here. What do you think, Kaito-san?
Sure is tiny. Think
Ice
she was
pick.
Stabbed with some kind of long needle?
An ice pick, most likely. Soma was holding one up to her.
I see. So, Hotshot, according to you, the guy who killed Sawa-sensei was...
Kazuki Soma. He's the leader of a bunch of thugs in Kamurocho known as RK.
Yeah? Well, great. Case closed.
Then what's your take on the murder scene, Nabe-san?
Tone it down, buddy. Remember who's got the badge here.
There are footprints of several different men who have been in Sawa-sensei's room. That includes yours, by the way. We'll be analyzing these footprints first, and we'll check any security footage in the surrounding area. We'll ask around for eyewitnesses and narrow down our suspects. And we'll look into RK too, of course. Appreciate your help with that, Detective Yagami.
I just saw the coroner walk in. You saw the body too, right?
Yeah, just to get a rough idea. Her body will be taken in for an autopsy.
Does your rough idea include the cause and time of death?
Cause of death, a single stab from behind into the nape of the neck with a weapon similar to an ice pick. As for the time, we're estimating she's been dead for about 3 hours.
3 hours? That means it must have been right after I saw her on my phone.
I mean, two of these guys went to kill someone just to shut them up. But why would they go this far? Why would they want to with Kanawara?
Nabe-san, the police need to get a warrant for Soma.
We're asking HQ about him as we speak. We need at least a damn mugshot for a warrant.
Then isn't it time to hit the street and get in some thug faces? Assume any face you don't recognize is from RK.
I get how you feel, man, but pull it together. Actually, I'm curious about that Kuwana fella, too. He's lived in Ijincho forever. Why were Kamurocho thugs after him? And now I hear Kuwana isn't even his real name? He and Sawa-sensei were connected, but how?
I'm looking for those same answers myself.
So you know jack shit about anything important. Then you can go on home. And just make sure we can reach you.
Sure about this, Nabe-san?
Yeah. Assholes like him work better on a loose leash.
Foul-mouthed as fuck. But not bad, Pops.
What now?
Nabe-san, aren't you gonna ask me about Ihara? You know I went to see him in prison.
Oh, that.
You saw the video of Ihara killing Miko Shiba, didn't you? I was coming to talk to Sawa-sensei about it.
Your point?
I think there may have been a link between what happened to Sawa-sensei and Miko Shiba's murder. In which case, wouldn't you want to pump Ihara for information? Why aren't you jumping on that?
We got orders from the top that Ihara's off limits. Forever.
Forever.
They said if we want to try to peg him as Miko Shiba's killer, we'd have to completely flip the guilty verdict on his harassment case. Not exactly the kind of shit a beat cop can pull off. Besides, nobody seems to want to investigate the Miko Shiba murder. Not us, not HQ, not even the prosecution.
So cops get to just quit working an investigation because they don't feel like it?
If there was even a hope we could close it, every cop here would be all over it. Everyone knows Ihara stinks to high hell, and they still won't let us touch the goddamn thing. It's above our pay grade. We'll bury the case so deep it never sees the light of day.
Yeah, feels like Sawa-sensei's case is about to get the same treatment.
Hey, I told you to watch it, buddy.
Save the dirty looks for your superiors. They're the bastards so desperate to sweep this under the rug.
Hell do you?
Cool it, Sakurai.
I know this is all very sudden. We don't have many details yet. And as you've heard, the police are working to find answers as we speak. Sawa-sensei, well, she got mixed up in some sort of incident. This may attract press to the school, and some of them may even wish to speak to you, but please, do your best to ignore them. Again, we don't have all of the facts, and it's not for all of you to, well,
None of you are under any obligation to speak to them, so please don't. All that I can ask, for now, spare a prayer for Sawa-sensei, please, if you can. Please. Please.
Okay. We better get everyone back to class. Starting with the third years.
Excuse me, Yagami-san? If you don't mind, Chairman Okuda said he'd like to speak with you if you would be on campus today. It's about Sawa-sensei.
Yeah, I can do that. Will he be in his office?
Yes. Thank you for everything, sir.
I should head over to Chairman's office, but it's gonna be hard to talk about anything.
Yagami-san,
Oh. Hey.
I still can't believe what happened to Sawa-sensei.
Yeah. I know.
Do you know anything about it?
I saw the scene of the crime. I was the first one to find her.
What?
The killer's still on the loose. But I know who it is.
Is there any way I can help? Maybe you could share some details about the case.
No. Not this time. This one's too dangerous. I'm not gonna get you involved.
But...
Just leave Sawa-sensei's case to me. Don't you have your own cases to solve?
Yagami-san... Okay.
Listen. You're a brilliant kid. You can't afford to let this throw you off your game, right?
Yes, you're absolutely right. If I let that happen, it'll damage the MRC's credibility.
Exactly. So here's what I'm thinking, Amasawa. Let's just carry on like normal. And please spread the word to the rest of the MRC. That'd help me out a bunch.
Yes, I can do that.
Fuck.
Enter. Thank you for coming.
Sure. No problem.
Have a seat, if you would. In that detective's report, Sawa-sensei was... Well, it said you were the one who found her body.
That's right.
You had been concerned for Sawa-sensei's safety before the incident. You're able to see things I can't. You have something of a gift for that, Yagami-san.
I wish I could agree with that. But... I'm overlooking details. I'm letting too much slip away. And quite frankly, there's still a lot that I haven't figured out yet either.
Like what? May I have an example?
There's this local handyman. Kawana is the name he goes by in the city. Right before it happened, I ran into him in front of Sawa-sensei's apartment. There's no way it was a coincidence.
So, you think he could be the culprit?
Actually, I don't think so. Not really. That said, Kawana has something to do with all this. Sawa-sensei may have gotten caught up in his mess. In fact, Kawana is just an alias he uses, and he's being hunted by these thugs from Kamurocho. They're a gang called RK, And it's weird, but they've been looking for this punk named Kawai. And Kawai's connected to it too. Sawa-sensei went to the same school as him 13 years ago.
Wow, these details are flying so far over my head. Your investigation has gone well beyond what I can comprehend, and it's left me in the dust. But I just can't do this anymore. Between my own faculty and the press, I'm being bombarded. I'm afraid it's just too much for me to bear.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But you know what? What's been the hardest part is feeling so powerless as all these young people have their lives cut short. Mikushiba-kun being discovered dead, Ehara-san committing murder on video, and now poor Sawa-sensei's tragedy too. I can't help but feel in my heart that these incidents are related. That somewhere below the surface, all these misfortunes are connected to the same root.
I would have to agree.
Then I suppose it's only a matter of digging down deep enough. Though I couldn't begin to imagine how much soil would have to be turned to uproot it. But one thing, Yagami-san, if you would, could I ask that you continue to keep digging until you get to the bottom? Can you? Sawa-sensei deserves to have her chance at justice. A wonderful teacher like her. Why? She had a whole future to look forward to, the poor woman. And now this happens. It's just not right.
As it stands, I still need to collect more evidence. So you know, I can't make any promises just yet. I could hit a dead end. But no matter what anyone does, no matter who tries to stop me, I'm gonna keep digging.
You're a saint. These past few days have felt like a never-ending nightmare. What a breath of fresh air. And I appreciate the good news.
Of course. I'm glad we could talk, Chairman.
And now, Sawa-sensei's old class is going to be my next worry. I'm sure you're well aware that that class has some students with a penchant for causing trouble. I fear that with her gone, we may need to prevent a relapse for those bullies you stopped.
Are you referring to Koda-san then? I understand. While I'm working on campus, I'll keep an eye on them.
Go check out 2-2 before I leave campus.
Yagami-san, what do you want?
You know, things have been really weird around here ever since you showed up. First, they find Mikoshiba-sensei's body. Now Sawa-sensei winds up getting murdered. You the angel of death or something? Is that it?
I wouldn't blame you for thinking that.
Everyone's so damn gloomy. Sucks. Sawa-sensei was popular with all the boys. But her classes were super easy, and honestly pretty boring. You won't catch me moping around crying about it like all these losers. Ha ha! Hypocrites. You assholes were practically celebrating what happened to Mikoshiba-sensei.
Hey, we've heard enough out of you.
Yeah? Fuck off, you little twerp! What do you want, Coda? Yagami-san, we're fine. There's a lot we don't understand, so we just feel a bit vulnerable right now. But, well, if you learn more about Sawa-sensei, could you please keep us in the loop too?
Oh, please, bitch! What's with this goody two-shoes bullshit?
Fucking chill, Akane. What's your problem?
Like I said before, I'm a detective, and I'm looking into Hiro Mikoshiba's murder. That's why I was talking to Sawa-sensei. It's highly likely she got wrapped up in that case. So make no mistake, I'm going to find the truth about what happened to them both.
Kinda pointless. The internet's already branded Mikoshiba-sensei as the villain in all this. Everyone says he had it coming since he used to be a bully himself.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, if you're interested in hearing my report, just drop me a line. Maybe seeing my work might put things into perspective for you.
Detective my ass. Just get out of my face!
So, about Akane. She was really into Mikoshiba-sensei. They got along great, chatted all the time. Then all of a sudden, he just disappeared. She thought they had a connection, but turns out it was only one way. Now, she's always so pissed off. Keeps driving herself over the edge because she can't even reach the brakes. I'm not saying all this because I expect you to forgive us.
The fact that you recognize you did some awful things is a step in the right direction, at least.
I'm sorry, Koda. For everything we did to you.
You can't expect her to ever forgive you. If anything, expect that she never will.
I know.
That said, good job apologizing.
Thanks.
Shit. Guess no one wants to talk. Fair enough. Check back to Yokohama 99 so we can hammer out our strategy. Just gonna cruise. Man, I didn't want it to happen, but I had a feeling that considering how wrapped up she was in with all this stuff, especially with Shiba, that it was unfortunately bound to happen.
Hey, welcome back, Tak.
Good to see you, Yagamishi. How'd things go at school?
The chairman told the entire student body about Sawa-sensei at an assembly. Everyone's pretty shaken up.
Yeah. I can't even imagine.
Man. That... I don't even know what to say about that section, if I'm completely honest. That it wasn't Blindside per se, as I said earlier, and what I honestly said a few days when she told us the information about everything she knew. I had a feeling that she'd end up getting caught up with this and probably being killed, and seeing it happen really sucks. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today. We'll be back to this tomorrow, continuing on where we left off and getting further into the story. And then on Monday, we'll kick back into Expedition 33. So if you did enjoy this stream, if you're over on YouTube, make sure to leave a like down below. Maybe subscribe. That'd be pretty awesome. If you're over on Twitch, maybe leave a follow. Maybe subscribe or throw some bits. I don't know. It's completely up to you. But until next time, bye-bye.